Hello everybody, my name is Ciaran Harrington. I am the head of junior school at Dulwich College here in Singapore. As a head of junior school, I also am a member of our college leadership team, which is made up of our headmaster, our head of business administration, our director of admissions and marketing, and the heads of school. Technology in Asia is moving so quickly in an educational perspective. Some of the things that we're looking at on the horizon for the next few years are, for example, technologies that support our STEAM projects. So we're looking at our science, technology, our arts, engineering, mathematics. I think that the maker movement is particularly strong at the moment, and you only have to look around EduTECH today to see the huge impact that culture of peer collaboration and learning is having. The Internet of Things is a big thing that we're looking at the moment. We've got a lot of passionate students who have a lot of control using the technologies they have accessible to them both at school and at home. We have groups of students, for example, very interested in sustainability, what they can do to make our school, their community, our cities, our world a better place. And I think that as more and more of our physical world is connected to the internet, their ability to control for the good of our planet is going to be a massive thing for them, and I think that's going to change the way we have to approach education, which means changing the spaces that we have to allow that to happen. It means taking away the teacher as the centre of the classroom. It means a lot of things, and it's going to be a very interesting 2 to 5 years. I think the two areas that I would speak about here, number one is choice. Do you go with an iPad or do you go with the Surface Pro, for example? There are so many companies there now that are ever seeking to improve on their technologies. And so from a business perspective, you are having to consistently look at what you think is going to happen in the next 2 to 5 years and decide, because these things can take a year to 18 months to come to fruition, you have to decide what you're going to invest in and stick to that. And accept to some extent that when you get there, something else will have just come to market that will be slightly better. And once you've made that choice, you then have to decide about how you're going to upgrade that, how you're going to future-proof yourself. Are you going to replace that in 3 years' time, 5 years' time? Will you stick with one particular operating system or another? Because the human resources side of that is probably the most expensive, because to constantly train and retrain or bring in people with different skill sets to support that business model, is very, very expensive. Teaching and learning in the next 2 to 5 years is an interesting idea. Our school deals with skills. We want our students to be ready for the future, whatever that might be. And interestingly, the one skill that is still number one in the Horizons reports from 2015 to 2020 is complex problem solving. So we need to ensure that the technologies that we're investing in, technologies we're using, implementing, getting our students to engage in, help with developing that, if that's going to be the most important skill going forwards. But the one big mover on those charts from number 10 to number 3 is creativity. And again, I think, having referenced already the maker culture and the maker movement, is how we are getting our students to be creative with the technologies they've got available to them. Are they going to work with robotics? Are they going to work with 3D printing? Are they going to work with wearables? Are they going to work with designing and implementing things on this Internet of Things? If creativity is going to be the big skill going forwards, then let's give these children, these students, a chance to do that in class, in school, at home, right here, right now. The one benefit we have at Dulwich College in Singapore is we're part of a wider group, Dulwich College International. So we're one of a number of colleges present here in Southeast Asia. And so the one thing that we do have is a family, a network that's ready-made for us to share and implement the ideas that sit around this. As I've already said, the human investment that you need to make these things happen is much easier when you can collaborate yourself as a teacher or as a business leader or an educational leader. And I think the key thing for us, we often forget, is that we always talk about these collaborative skills, creative skills, problem-solving skills for our students and how they need to work together. We need to do that as adults too. We need to do that at the top of our schools right now. And we've got the benefit at Dulwich College International and the many colleges we have here in Southeast Asia to be able to pool resources and do exactly that. I very much enjoyed being invited to speak here at EduTECH 2017 in Singapore. Just walking around the conference room here, you can see the massive changes in technology since I went to my very first technology exhibition as a young teacher back in London. Back then I was looking at buying, iPads and laptops. Nowadays we're looking at buying into platforms and creative technologies for our students to make this world a better place. I look forward to coming back again next year.